So here we have Carol. I've done you before, haven't I?
Well,
Woo!
you may have
Okay.
years ago.
I think for a class or something.
You
I
have.
yeah.
In your while. Off and on for a while.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to do this.
Okay.
All right. So now, looking at Carol, what grouping are we going to put her into? Now, let's just make an observation here. She's got some freckles, got a little pink in there. So if I'm doing her makeup, I want to kind of block out her coloring. I want to tone some of this down. I don't want to block it all out because it's kind of, we're going to put back color anyway. But looking at her, what would you say? We want to lighten her up too because we want to have her match here a little bit, but she's also got freckles, so it could be a little tricky. She's tricky. Okay, what did you say? Who said a rose beige?
Say fair. I was going to say fair too.
Fair beige, fair rose beige. You think? Very interesting. Okay. We're going to moisturize now. See a little bit more on her forehead. She's really very light. When you look right through everything, she's so fair. I mean light. Okay. I'm thinking that, all right, you know what, at this time we're going to do both. We're going to take a little fair beige. I just,
a little bit of olive camouflage the redness.
yes, it would. If you're using it, if we're just using it to be more of a camouflage, let's just say we didn't want to put it on all over, so we didn't have to then worry about blending it down here. So if she just said, you know what, I just want to tone my cheeks down. So probably it would, but this is fair rose beige, right? So let's just see what it does. It's still kind of rosy, and I don't really think it's going to work down in this area. Okay, plus I want to put a little of the primer on too. Here's the thing, Nahid. You can try it, and if you like it and it works, there's a lot of different ways to get to an end result, really, because it's art. It's not, it's not science, it's just art. So even if it was wrong to start with, you could probably make it look right after do enough blending and all that. Okay. Would you look up for me? Okay. Okie doke. All right. I'm thinking beige because I do want to tone down the red a little bit in her skin. But I don't want to go olive because the truth is that she's really not olive. So I mean, even though the yellow theoretically would work to tone it down, I really do want to blend it down, and she's looking more like a beige to me. And I think that, let's try a light beige. She's very tricky. All right, so this is light beige. Okay, turn your face just a little bit. See how light she is here? See, if I put it right on her neck, it just disappears. And because I'm going to apply it so lightly, see, it'll just tone it all right down. I think that the fair beige would be, in the end, a little too dark. So, I think she's light beige. But again, I'm really looking at what she is here. But let me also say that sometimes women will come in and they'll make it very clear that they don't want to look light. And, you know, there's other ways to give color rather than go with a foundation that's too dark. You can always use like a bronzer, bronzing blush. It's how you add color. You can always add a little color like under here with blush. But for me, the foundation is like a second skin, especially this one. So you really want it to blend. Now, I just want everybody to turn around and look at Irina. Look how olive she is in that lighting. You see? Okay, just so you'll...
Right.
She is olive. Okay. Sometimes you don't even have to do the forehead if you don't want. It just, if it all blends, if the forehead's like a nice even tone, you know, and you just feel like you can just put a little powder, that's fine too.
And this doesn't set into the wrinkles or lines.
Well, you don't want
That's how
to...
you apply it.
True. I mean, that's why we're putting it on so lightly. Yeah. I mean, as far as under the eye, if you have someone with really dark circles, that can be challenging if it's really dark. So you have to put a little bit of moisturizer underneath and then use a color that's going to correct, not just cover. So many times I could, let's say she does not have dark circles, and I would probably not use a lot under her eye because I don't want to accentuate anything. But sometimes there's a trade-off. So if somebody has really dark circles, go rosier. That's the rule. It's not about yellow. I know that in some of the magazines they say to use yellow.
I said I put more pink. Like,
I mean, has anybody here that has ever done dark circles found that it works if you use yellow?
No.
No, it doesn't. So I don't understand where that comes from. It doesn't even make sense.
It does, and then when you take the pictures, you see
Yeah.
that.
Well, not just-
Opposite
white.
raccoon, brighter here and
Yeah.
darker everywhere.
Right. Well, if somebody's pigmented under their eyes to be like almost brown a little bit, like dark, and then you add yellow to it, it makes it look more yellow. Makes it look. Anyway, so the rosiness will brighten the eye, and it'll also counteract the darkness. I've even found that to be true for people who have just the veins that come through, just the translucent. You know, you. Yeah. So I just want to let you girls know that I am coming out with a cream tint, cream blush tint. And it's going to be 4 shades, okay? It's a light rose, like a bronze, and then a red, and then a yellow. And and they're creamy, they're going to be in a pot formula, and very creamy. So when you're dealing with somebody who's got large pores, or even some acne scarring, or any kind of texture with their skin, when you put a cream rouge on, or a blush, I should say, rouge is so outdated, the word, it's like rouge. Anyway, once you blend it in, it kind of fills in everything, it smooths out, and then you powder it, and it becomes part of the foundation. Then you can actually go over it with a little dry blush, and it won't skip over, if necessary. But it's a really great thing, and that should be out within a month or 2. And so I'm excited about it. And then the yellow enables, you can make like orange or peach or out of it or whatever. You can add that yellow to it and do that under the eyes too, because sometimes that salmon-y color will also help to counteract blue under the eyes. All right, so just from the standpoint of the evenness of it, it really worked, right? Okay. Okay. The next step is going to be just powdering, which is going to waterproof the foundation. So waterproof in the sense that, not that you're going to go jump in the nearest pool, but if you're at a wedding and you're crying, or if you get caught in the rain, or for whatever the reason, it's, you perspire, or you're dancing at the wedding and whatever. It stays put. I mean, it really, really stays. So it's really like, you put this on and you don't have to worry that your makeup's not going to last. So, having said that, I'm going to go for...
If the client doesn't want to use this as foundation, can she use just a concealer under the eyes?
Just the powder?
No, the foundation, just like as a concealer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it is a